Hello and welcome. I apologize, I'm running late. I am honestly not feeling great. Hello. Alright, all the sources should be activated. So we have chat. Yeah, the trip was not kind to me, but I am still streaming, so here we are. I do not know. I do not know though how long I will be streaming. The plan for tonight is that we were going to do Harvest Moon and Tribal Hunter again because we might be doing something special on Sunday. And if we don't do something special on Sunday, we'll go back to regular old Zelda and Baldur's Gate. We just sort of trade around what days we're doing what. We will see how things go. So, I am a little behind on the news, but I would like to continue to keep in people's mind what's going on with the censorship stuff. They're still trying to push it here in the U.S., though thankfully there has been a lot of pushback. It has just been revealed that the credit card companies have a special partnership, including profit sharing, with Roblox, which, has a rampant pedophile problem. Let's see, what else do we have? There was another card partnership that I just saw today, but I can't remember who it was. But it was someone with another one of these. Oh, Visa has apparently a special partnership with Genshin Impact, which is a Japanese style but Chinese game. Very interesting that the Chinese are allowed to do anime, but the Japanese aren't. The UK is suing Twitter for censoring UK stuff under the argument that that it's making the UK look bad. Which, yeah, that's the whole point of the censorship is to attack people for making the UK look bad. We're up to several hundred arrests. And flying the English flag, which is the white one with the red cross, not the one with blue in it, has been declared illegal and a sign of hate speech, and they are arresting people for flying the English flag. You're in England! St. George's Cross, there you go. So that's interesting. Thankfully, Twitter has already put up just a metric ton of this is why we're doing what we're doing as they were doing it. So, in any court that isn't a British one, they will be fine. The problem, of course, is the fact that people keep saying, "Oh, don't worry, with everyone mad, we'll be able to finally vote them out and stuff." One, they're arresting people who say mean things about them, and they want to be able to do that internationally, not just in the U.S. I mean, not just in the UK. They want to do it in the US. And they've actually tried to go after 4chan, which anyone who knows anything about the internet knows that's not going to end well. 4chan wins every time. But they think they can go after 4chan, which is only in the US. And 4chan basically told them, come and collect your taxes if you think you can. But not only are they trying to arrest anyone who says mean things about them, or, you know, just talks about the truth. They are also, what was I going to say? They have also canceled elections in places where they thought they couldn't win, where they thought the Labour Party would not be able to win re-election. Yeah, so I hate to say it, but I don't think you're going to be able to vote the Labour Party out. They've ignored every petition thrown their way. They've canceled elections where they thought they weren't going to win. I would not be surprised if they simply say that they're not having another election cycle. So yeah, just trying to think of any other related stuff in the censorship thing. It's old news now, but Collective Shout is demanding all gamers be arrested. They're also going after Snoop Dogg, which, yeah, good luck with that. I hope Snoop Dogg eats them for lunch. Let's see. Just in general, corporation takeover things to keep people informed. BMW, it was BMW, right? Yeah, it's BMW, is now making you pay a subscription fee to be able to access your car's top speed. If you don't pay the subscription fee, you can only drive at slow speeds. Yeah, just enjoy that thought. Don't forget that there are places that wanted to do subscription fees for their cars that wanted to do subscription fees for radio and for airbags and other stuff like that. Since they just had one in July 2024, they don't need to have another one legally until 2029. Yeah, I don't remember who, but there was a subscription fee for airbags. I don't think it lasted very long, but they did have it. In the United States, you can't. It was definitely a European thing. Yeah, on the election thing, there are local elections going on all the time, and you know, if you can get enough local elections in your favor, the local, the as I understand it, at least, the local governments can force a demand for a national election. But the problem is, if all the local elections get canceled, they can't demand for a national election. Though at the rate things are going, I don't think the UK's. I don't think 2029 is going to have an election either. And for those of people who are saying no, it's not, that kind of stuff isn't going to happen. Canada, which is still a British Commonwealth, when Alberta announced its intent to have a referendum to leave Canada, which was just this year, the Canadian government announced a gun confiscation in Alberta specifically. Like the next day. Yeah. So, not diving into it, but I just want people to keep in mind what's going on and put into perspective what's happening. That we need to be pushing back. Because if we don't, this spiral will continue. Because there certainly seems to be a very concentrated push for this spiral. 5 years after Parliament first met is automatically dissolved and new elections held. Well, I certainly hope that's what happens. Unless the Prime Minister asks the monarch for one sooner. I certainly hope that's what happens. I still don't think the UK is going to make it to that. I don't think. I think the law is going to change. I think they're going to come up with a reason not to. Don't again. They have made the English flag a symbol of hate and are arresting people for flying it. You think they're gonna hold elections where they will absolutely not win if they don't rig it? Just calling it like I see it, folks. Sorry to be so doom and gloom, but it's not looking good. I'm gonna have a quick check to see if I'm forgetting anything, or if there's anything else to pop up. Let's see. Nope, it looks like it's just people cycling the same news that I just told you. Which, the stuff that I have is like several days out of date at least. Hmm. Yeah, sorry. I'm very disorganized tonight, obviously. Um, Given the fact that it took me 40 minutes to actually come online from my usual time. Yeah. Which is why you want a system where to set on this day elections. Yep. I don't think I have anything else. At least not on the big major news side of things. Let me make up this computer because before we get going too far, or before we get going to the games, I mean, we do have a Brandon Herrera video to watch. Actually, I made a bad decision earlier today. As you guys know, I have largely moved away from reacting to Kentucky Ballistics and Scott. Not because I have anything wrong with any issues with watching his stuff. I still regularly watch his stuff and I like watching his stuff. But because I rarely have proper reactions. And I want what I say, I want to do a reaction video to something I will react to instead of just kind of sit and enjoy. Well, he brought out a little pocket gun that looked like a lighter. And I thought, oh, it's another Scott video. Well, I'm just going to watch it earlier today. I'm just going to watch it now because I'm not going to react to it. I had so much to say about that video. No, I missed a good reaction opportunity. I actually, the pocket lighter is so bad. First of all, it's chambered in 22 Calibri, which is awful. Second of all, it has the Zip 22 trigger problem where your finger has to be practically in front of the barrel to fire it. That the lighter pistol gun thing is so bad that I have already designed a better one that fires 22 short. And now I just need like $1,000 to be able to make it. I think I can do it for $1,000. I'm not sure, but I think I can do it for $1,000. Make a superior pocket 22, disguised as a lighter that will actually go off when you pull the trigger most of the time. 22 short is still rimfire. It's still not great, but it's better than 22 Calibri, which not only is 22 Calibri incredibly unreliable, as Scott himself demonstrated, it cannot penetrate, break, or even crack bones, and it will bounce off of a sufficiently fat person. 22 Calibri is awful. So, like I said, I've already designed a better lighter mechanism. So maybe one day we'll do a goal of buy the Chimera a little CNC mill to be able to make the darn thing, to be able to show people this is how you do a 22 lighter. But for now, unfortunately, for now though, Brandon Herrera, MP7. Now, I know a little bit about the MP7, so up to once Gabo made first. Oh, we are aware. MP7. Featuring Donut Operator. Yay! Before we get started, I will once again have a little bit to say about this, which is, I know this is one of the guns that when I the words, when I was just starting to get into like firearms, this is one of the things that obviously was in the cool factor I wanted. I like that it is basically a large pistol instead of what a lot of submachine guns are, which is, bigger. It's like, for me, a submachine gun was always supposed to be hyper compact and ultra portable. So something in pistol form is that. And I know it gets a lot of flack for firing the 4.6. People either love it because high penetration or hate it because that's only what it does. It doesn't, do a whole lot else. In a personal defense weapon that is intended to just get you out of a bad situation, I personally never really thought, hey, I want a powerful round that one-shots whatever you're hitting. You want something that's going to prevent the threat from getting to you as quickly as possible. So 40 rounds of a weapon of a round that will go through armor piercing, so you are hitting the guy you're shooting at for sure, is going to slow or stop them enough for someone with a larger, less portable weapon to show up to finish the job. That's at least how I have personally thought about the approach to personal defense weapons. The idea is it is an ultra short range weapon that just sprays out go away pellets and gives you a chance to not die. Plus, again, volume of fire is supposed to be a major factor in this. Not per bullet effectiveness, but that's just me. What do I know? Let's see if Brandon has similar thoughts or not. Oh, and I also know that this lost the contract to the P90, which, don't get me wrong, I like the P90. I think the P90 is cool. I feel like these are made for two different roles, with the P90 having a longer effective range and being more of, a proper submachine gun instead of a personal defense weapon. But again, that's just my opinion. We're going to find out if Brandon thinks the same thing. Obviously, governments are going to make their own decisions. But admittedly, most of us agree they don't make the right ones. So that is my justification here. Hold on, do you have sound? I know what the problem is. Fixed it. I know what the problem is. I fixed it.
I'm going to keep the intro to this one pretty short and sweet. After years of searching, I can finally say I have an MP7.
Oh, yeah, I think
have an MP7.
it's a big deal. And all right, we're going to get to that gag in a second. It's a big deal just that he has that, since I don't think there's any civilian legal ones in the US. They're like all clones, and most of them fall apart very easily.
I can finally say I have an MP7. I have an MP7. The MP7 is an HK German-made 4.6 millimeter submachine gun. These things rolled out sometime in the 90s. This one is actually an MP7 A1. There are a couple of...
Full screen? Well, remember, I have to play sizing games with this. We're going to get some cut off if I don't change... Well, that's probably close enough, actually.
We will also be collaborating. There are a couple of We will also be collaborating with Donut Operator in this video as well. Let me go get that back.
Oh, here we go with these.
The gang co-parents in MP7.
It's my weekend. I call the sheriff's department on you.
How's it going, guys? We're back here in the office talking about the MP7. I hope your week's been going well. My week's been, well, busy.
And that's why here before the gun owners of America, I'm here to announce that I am running for Congress in District 23 to finish what I started.
We're here to talk about...
Okay, fair, yeah. I've had a bad week, but he's probably had a worse week.
The coolest submachine guns of all time, the MP7, which this is not the MP7, actually. You guys might remember last year we did a video with this. This was the poor man's MP7. This is actually just a Kel-Tec. It's like a CP33 with the Ferrotec chassis. Real suppressor, by the way.
Didn't the chassis break when while he was doing that video? Am I remembering that correctly?
Just chambered in 22, which makes this a really fun little household rattlesnake blaster, you know, just in case there's snakes in the backyard, you're cutting the grass, you gotta solve the problem. The HOA hates him. Learn how he rid his backyard of snakes with one easy trick. Now, the actual MP7 in its new spot on the new gun wall.
P90, FAL, various AKs, Blue Tube, VSS, the shotgun whose name I forget.
Which, by the way, the gun wall is looking fucking cool these days. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited. It's a little worried. I think it needs a little bit.
The AK 12? 12.
More stuff.
USAS 12, thank you.
We're going to be filling it out over the next, couple weeks, but I think we're off to a good start. Over on this side, we have, it just kind of ended up this way, and then we leaned into the bit. These are the guns from Fallout, like
Modified Lewis gun, Henry, AM 180. I forget what version of AR they call that. Darn it, I feel bad about that. Double barrel shotgun. It does have a loading gate. Excuse me, it's a Winchester, not a Henry. I did not see the loading gate. I just saw the gold or brass. You are correct. Japanese assassin pistol. What is that? I forget that. The Carcano.
Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, stuff like that. From, the service rifle, the AM-180, beautiful gun. Lever action, the Lewis, video on that coming soon.
Yay.
Our assassination series guns, on all the guns that we've done before. The historic recreation.
Toshir gun, nerd out Toshir. So I sit here trying to name them all. And yeah, my brain is just skipping on the names, but I know all
Kind of
those.
stuff from the Luigi Mangione, the
Oh, there it is.
pipe pistol, Abe Lincoln, JFK, MLK,
That looked like an older gun than a Glock from that angle, which is what was confusing me.
Kurt Cobain, including forbidden pipe pistol, Abe Lincoln, JFK, MLK, Kurt Cobain, including a couple of pistols and things that haven't been used in videos yet that we are going to be doing soon. Morita assault rifle from Starship Troopers.
Yay.
Don't worry about it. A couple of some classic favorites from the old gun wall. Cody's AR, which he just hasn't picked up yet, and I've been putting it on the wall just to see if he notices. He hasn't yet. Most of these we've done videos on or had them in videos. The most recent, the Jawa Blaster. That one, I'm just, I had to do it. And then we've got the World War II section because, obviously I'm a big World War II guy, big history guy. A lot of stuff here, like I said, we've done videos on or featured in videos.
I am so upset that the video of people 3D printing a recreation of the glove pistol got taken down by YouTube. I'm so upset about that.
Some of it we haven't. Yeah, it's coming up. But walking back over, we're going to be doing the MP7 today. Because my God, I have been looking for one of these forever. Just didn't really want to pay the 50 grand required to get one. But man, now I can finally say.
I have an MP7.
But today we're going to talk a little bit about the MP7, why it was designed, how it works, how you would operate one of these, and we're just going to have some fun. So, Manual of Arms. It's Kappa Squad. I'm going to teach you how to use this fucking gun.
Hands up, don't move, show me your fucking foreskin.
Just kidding. I'm just making sure you knew about.
Before he goes on with the ad, which we will watch out of respect for using his video. I saw a video of someone walking into and it was a prank channel. So the people in the store didn't know about this, but obviously the prank people thought that they were being funny. Their guy asked for, I forget, I think it was a shotgun. Does that. People in the store do the right thing. Several people look like they're ready for action, and the actual store owner grabs the gun out of his hands and kicks him out immediately. That is the correct response. Also, I just remembered a different thing of which the details kind of escaped me, but some idiot tried robbing a gun store fairly recently, I think, and literally everyone in the store shot them. 3 employees and 7 other people who are just in the store all drew on him at the same time. It's this is literally the last place where you want to do something like that. If anyone is going to be armed, it's these people, and the store owners are the store owners aren't doing their job if they aren't armed.
Tac Pack. Show me your fucking foreskin.
Just kidding.
Of course, that's where we landed.
You knew about Tac Pack.
Tac Pack, of course, is a monthly subscription box where you can get cool tactical gear such as
Enforce weapon lights, Fab Defense bipods, Tiger Claw M-Lock grips, Mission First tactical gear, and more. You can get the standard Tac Pack or the Tac Pack Plus, which in the month of September, I'm told, is going to be worth over $330 worth of stuff. And if you're new to Tac Pack, you can use the code AKGUY to get a free $70 tactical gift. It's exciting. I don't even know what it is. But that brings you a total value of over $400 using that code, which I highly recommend doing because TacPack is a good friend of the channel. You can check them out using the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Back to the MP7.
So let's say your name is John C. Half-Life 2 and you're trying to escape a laboratory factory. I don't know. I never played that fucking game.
And his name is John.
We need to make him play Half-Life. We need to find a way to make Brandon play Half-Life. This needs to be a thing now.
Trying to escape a laboratory factory. I don't know. I never played that fucking game.
And his name is John C.
Half-Life 2. The only thing you have to defend yourself with is an MP7, but you don't know how to fucking use it. Well, good. Well, it's not good, but we can fix it. That's what I'm here to teach you. It's manual of arms. You have an ambidextrous fire selector. So that is safe all the way up top. Semi. Fun. Which on the left side is where you would actually use that because that's where your thumb sits if you are properly right-handed. But for the wrong-handed folk, you still have it right below the ejection port on the other side. Yeah, safe, semi, demonetized. Magazine release is actually right here. It's on either side of the trigger guard. So in firing this, you would probably hit that with your index finger on this side, drop the magazine. Yes, this is currently loaded for the record, because nothing is drippier than having a loaded MP7 on the gun wall, just in case you need to melt to whom it may concern. But for now, we're gonna render the gun safe.
The Lance is probably concerned for this entire video.
We're gonna go ahead and drop that magazine, show clear. So, gun is clear. This is your charging handle on the rear of the gun. These little two tabs kind of come together, and you can run that with your non-dominant hand. Run that back. It's kind of like an AR charging handle, except objectively worse. Like this is that's like really flimsy. ADD brake.
I'm gonna be honest. I never liked the Rio Chargers. They just... I don't know. I just can't get around the ergonomics of the Rio charging handle. I would much rather have something sticking out of one of the sides of the gun and grabbing, you know. You've shown us that he in the past has pointed a live firearm at his hand before. He has. But yeah, it's... I don't know what it is. I just don't like the rear charging handles. I like... Still... I like sitting in the regular position and actually reaching up to grab it instead of like reaching back practically and pulling it to my shoulder. I don't know. That's just me. I'm weird like that. I know a lot of people, particularly because of the AR-15, love the rear charging handle, but it's just never been my thing.
I was trying to put this can up and sprung a leak. So I'm just gonna put this down really quick. Cody, do you mind loading my MP7? Or excuse me, our MP7. Hold on, no. Here you go. All right, you guys ready to shoot it? I'm gonna take my fucking finger off the femoral.
Super sketchy.
And go. There we go.
It took him quite a while.
Bore.
Oh,
It's a thing.
yeah,
Took
that's
us a
true.
couple rounds, but we got there. Sometimes a motherfucker will forget that the dot is up here and the barrel is down here with the very short range. That becomes a problem. Well,
I actually have a personal preference for trying to get that as even over the bore, even over top of the bore as you can, which means you aim a little bit high, but you're always aiming like the same little bit high over wherever you're actually pointing the gun. And it means that in like a self-defense situation where you are just in a hurry, well, you're probably, you know, if you're aiming for upper chest or the head, you're probably still close enough and definitely still hitting the target. So that's just me. I don't know. Some people are probably going to criticize that, but that's what I like to do so that you don't get that, okay, that you're above, now you're on target, now you're below, now you're below, now you're below, now you're below. I would just much rather be like, nope, I'm always aiming. There's always going to be like 1.5 inches, 2 inches below where the dot is. That's just me.
that did the trick. Anyway, here's more MP7.
Let's go ahead and hold that back. So now the bolt is held to the rear. The gun does have a last round hold open, so at the end of the magazine, your bolt would be held back like so. And to drop it, you would just press this button right here, push that down to close on a loaded magazine, and you are ready to get back to work. That little tab there, just push that up, and then the stock can collapse. Cannot pull it open without pressing that button again, but when you press it, you see it just kind of pops out a little bit, freeing it to pull it out to the first position, of which there are 3. It is also worth pointing out that this is actually a real factory German HK MP7. So not a clone, this is the real Empanada. Oh, and I forgot, the folding grip up front, you just pull this tab down, and then it folds down, and then you can just deploy it back out.
Now, one of the neat parts about the MP7 is it does have pretty low recoil, which means you can actually collapse the stock. And while there is, I'm certain, no tactical advantage to this whatsoever, one can actually fairly comfortably one-hand it and keep it fairly steady. Would you ever want to do this for any real-world practical reason? No. Did I have a lot of fun doing it just now?
So as to how the gun
Real world practical reason. SWAT advancement and you got a ballistic shield in the other arm. Tried to say arm and hand at the same time. I'm serious. Normally that is a role filled by someone with a pistol. Because that's about all you can normally handle while holding a ballistic shield. Again, this is why I like the pistol form factor of the MP7. You can do that. Now, instead of a 9mm pistol, which is either semi-automatic or is automatic and nigh impossible to control because pistol SMGs are absolutely bonkers and it is a horrible idea to do this for anything other than fun reasons. Again, now you have an option. Again, this is coming from why I have such a like of the MP7 on actually practical grounds, not just cool factor, though obviously it has a lot of cool factor. That's just one example of you're one-handing a fully automatic weapon with 40 rounds in it, which is not an insubstantial amount of weight in most calibers, and you're good.
gun actually functions, we're going to go ahead and pull these pins out into the rear. What's neat to know is that this gun was actually built for the same contract, to compete for the same contract that ended up spawning P90 behind me up there,
there we
on
go.
The gun wall. So there was like the goal was to have a PDW, a personal defense weapon. They wanted a new caliber that could defeat armor and everything like that. So the P90 was put forward from FN and the MP7 was put forward from HK. Part of the contract also was that you needed a pistol that was chambered in the same caliber as the PDW, which is why the FN57 exists for the P90 as its counterpart. And there was like a weird pistol that never really saw the market that was developed by HK. Neat, useless factoid of the day. So now I'm gonna move this over here.
And again, that's where I'm coming with. I like the P90. I really think it fills a more submachine gun role than PDW role, but I've beat that horse to death now.
Here, take the bolt carrier group out. And now you can see where this is a short stroke operated gas system where you have a star pattern bolt that is spring loaded. A lot of PDWs and stuff this size people usually assume are either direct blowback or like roller delay, kind of like the MP5 is. The MP7 is gas operated. So this bolt carrier group actually reminds me a lot of, let's say like a SCAR 16 or SCAR 17, but also still, like all things considered, fairly simple. So when the gun is in battery, the bolt is in the locked position, which is able to hold all of the pressure, make sure that the round, the bolt and everything stays in battery until the bullet has left the gun. And as it passes by the gas block then hits a rod that smacks the front of the bolt carrier, that pushes the bolt carrier back, and when it does that, the bolt comes back out and unlocks and rotates out so that now it is no longer locked and all of this can move backward, pick up a new round, eject the old one, and throw another round into the chamber. We put this back in, we just throw this back here, the recoil back in that hole there, throw this back in the little track, charging handle that just kind of holds that in place, throw this back into the rear of the gun, drop the pins, that's a very necessary part. Throw these back into the rear. And once again, we have a functional MP7. The design of this gun, I think, for a PDW is fairly interesting. And if you also think so, and you're curious to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology, maybe check out SDI.edu down in the links in the description in the pinned comment. No, just a thought.
So the MP7, vibey as fuck. What's also vibey as fuck? MP7 with a suppressor. So we've got the actual B&T MP7 suppressor that we're just going to attach right here at the end. Ratchet on. And now let's test it suppressed. This is probably hearing safe, close.
Probably.
I think the steel is louder than the gun. It's not horribly gassy either.
You can hear little cracks as he's firing that mean it is a supersonic round. Listen, it's after the gun fires. There's a crack after it that isn't the echo.
I think the steel is louder than the gun. It's not horribly gassy either. That's always a good superlative, right? Not horrible. Want to try a couple rounds?
Not great, but not terrible.
Gassy either. That's always a good superlative, right? Not horrible. Want to try a couple rounds?
It's so silly.
It's silly.
I love it.
But you could easily just see like one of our friends, you know, the people who've had those kind of conversations, just entering a room. Boop, 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 boop.
The guy that told us he liked using one of those is, but he's like almost 7 feet tall, 350 pounds. And so that's his little, he's got a little toy in his hand, just doo-doo.
Yeah, to him, it's just like a little, it's like a fucking 22.
Yeah. He said he really liked shooting people in the foreheads with that.
Yeah, it's like, does 4.6 have enough stopping power? Well, you hit him in the head, it does.
That is also a point.
Ever since I got this thing, I've just been playing it nonstop and Ready or Not.
It's great and Ready or Not.
Fucking fantastic.
So overall thoughts on the MP7A1. Is it worth the 30?
They talked about Hickok 45. Was Hickok? What was his job before he was being one of the kings of gun tubing? I actually don't know what Hickok 45's... what he did before being a gun tuber. Gene Kinman, Hickok 45, like a YouTuber, makes videos about firearms. He's a retired English teacher. Wow, he's got to be one of the coolest English teachers in history. That is not why his grade was perfect. True, but that does not that is not a profession in which you'd be using the MP7. I'd hope it's not a profession in which you'd be using the MP7. Please don't be a profession in which you'd be using the MP7. I don't know who else it could be then.
So overall thoughts on the MP7A1. Is it worth the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 these things sometimes sell for? Is it really worth it just to have your favorite gun from Ready or Not? No, absolutely not. As far as just being its own weapon system, this is absolutely not worth the jump in price compared to other, similar PDWs. It's decent. Like, I don't have anything against the MP7. I'm not a fucking MP7 hater. I think they're drippy as hell. This is now one of the favorite guns that I have. But the reason it's favorite is not because it's not because it's that good. The reason it has a special place in my heart is because this has a special place in pop culture and firearm culture, and it's just so rare here in the United States. There's not a lot of people who have them. To be able to take something like this, have fun with it out at the range, and be able to break down the guts and how the weapon actually operates and share it with you guys, I don't know, I think that's pretty special. You probably think, oh, every gun, every machine gun or anything like this is, super rare or like cool, I guess, I don't know. But even for American gun culture, this is truly the Holy Grail. And much like the Holy Grail, now that I think about it, it's not necessarily impressive when you get your hands on it. But what's cool about it is the story and its impact in culture. And for that reason, I just think it's neat.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the MP7. Cody, final thoughts?
I love MP7.
We have MP7 at home. Literally. Now we have MP7 at home. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. The MP7 is just a really cool gun. That's not mine now, I guess. Anyhow, if there's any videos you guys would like to see on the channel coming up, just let me know down in the comments. We'll try our best to source it. Clearly nothing's outside the realm of possibility. Thank you again to Donut Operator for showing up in this video. I don't think there was a chance he was going to let me not let him collaborate on this one.
I don't think so. I got up at 7 a.m. to drive here just to shoot the MP7. I love this thing so much.
It's fucking fun. It's a fun little toy. We'll have to use it more on the channel if YouTube doesn't fucking pee-pee slap us for it. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for staying all the way to the end of the video. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers next time we break out the MP7. Thanks, guys.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Abe Lincoln, JFK, MLK, Nirvana. Now I've had a fucking stroke there.
Okay. That is cool. That is fun. I will say it one last time. That is a gun that I think deserved to win over the P90. Just because of the use, not because I hate the P90. Oh. If you don't know who Chris Hansen is, he is the most famous predator catcher in the world. I think we might have a change of plans. I think what we're going to do is for now move to Harvest Moon. And after the break, we're watching that. Wait, when did that? No, no, we're not. We're not. I want to wait 24 hours. I want to give it... I know, it's like, I'm not going to interfere with its initial 24-hour run. But I do still want to adhere to the etiquette of giving the video 24 hours before we react to it. I'll have to see what's going on with Sunday. Hopefully Sunday will react to it. for those of you who don't know what's going on, it is a sort of etiquette behind the idea of you wait 24 hours before you react to a video because it then at that point it will either hit the algorithm and get the kind of popularity it was always going to get, or it won't within that first 24 hours. And then you react to it afterwards, such that you're not interfering with its own algorithm chances, as well as if it doesn't, but you go viral, then you're pushing, you know, some views back to it. Now, I'm a tiny little channel. The odds of me interfering with or helping its popularity are slim and none, but that doesn't change the fact that it is good etiquette to wait 24 hours. And this says 13 hours and 3.2 million views. I think the algorithm found it. But I'm still going to adhere to that courtesy. So we'll see what's going on with Sunday. Because we may not, I do want to keep doing more reactions and actually upload the reactions I have done, but Sunday may or may not be a reaction day just because of what, if it happens, what we'll be doing on Sunday. We'll have to see. We're like really close to, yeah, we're gonna finish this tonight, I think. Because we were only doing a year in here, and then we're doing something else, and I gotta figure out what that other something else is. Oh my gosh, I don't need to panic over this anymore. I was stupid! Why did I do it against the wall? No! I think I can get to it, actually. But it's gonna cost me a plant. But I'll sacrifice one plant to be able to get to two. Let me harvest the rest of these first. Hello. Well, hello to the Philippines. I'm playing in the middle of a desert. Alright, I only need to do one. Yep, it's Harvest Moon. It is charming. If I can remember. I think I need to go get the scythe. Yeah, this is Harvest Moon 64. It is very charming. What am I doing? It's a Nintendo 64 game. They don't really do patches or bug fixes. Ah! I did all of that, and it didn't matter. No, the Nintendo 64 is an old console. So, you know, it's like you've got the old physical cartridges that the game runs on, not computer or PC. Now, for emulation, you might be able to find some some mods and stuff, but I don't think, you know, I don't think you're gonna find well, I am playing on an emulator, but I don't think anyone's ever actually bothered to mod this game. I don't think anyone's ever bothered to mod this game. It's just that old. Also, unlike a lot of games from that era, it didn't really have any bugs or anything. It just kind of worked. You know, they actually bothered testing the game before they shipped it. What a novel idea. So yeah, theoretically there could be fan patches and stuff for it, but I just don't think there are. Yes, I want to dig. Let me in! If you were to patch this game, make that guy not do the dialogue every time. Character is such a weakling. Oh, a game that's going on the list for when it comes out. It's not out yet. I already forgot the name, but some people just decided, since Nintendo has abandoned Star Fox, they're making a Star Fox style game. All right, have a good one. Good luck at work. So, we're getting a Star Fox style game. And it is 100% on my to-do list. And I feel really bad that I already forgot the name of the game, but I have the trailer saved at least. Because fans do what Nintendo don't. Indeed! Yeah, the game looks amazing. Nico DeRico, that was one of the games I was trying to remember. Which is basically Crash Bandicoot, but not Crash. Hopefully it's a little easier than Crash Bandicoot. Because for those who don't know, Crash Bandicoot is the Dark Souls of platformers. Actually, Crash Bandicoot itself should be on the list. I'm so tired. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I got a collective approximately 5 hours of sleep. Come on! Pansy. I don't know what I'm thinking. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's a pretty good call. Try to go to sleep with a little bit of energy so I don't get sick. I like how they just give you an unlimited amount of milk from your animals. You can only sell one, but you can keep drinking from it forever. Hello, the Spirit Festival will be held in the village square from 7 tonight. Come and drive away the evil spirits for the year. Goodbye. See you later. Food! Comes in a bunch of rocks and sticks and valuable gemstones and tomatoes. I'm gonna have to do it here too. Oh! No, it's even worse! No, I didn't. Trying to think what the best solution is. At least I have some time. Darn it! If I could get to that one, it would make sense to remove that one. But I can't. So I have to go... This gets me only that one, this gets me only that one, this gets me those two, this gets me those two. I think the best trade-off I can do is just destroy one in order to get access to two more again, and just leave the other one where I can't get it. I think that's the best solution I have. Hello. Oh, thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. Please. Now it's 7 for the festival, so we might as well not do the what you call it? Not do the mines. Oh right, this costs us a ton of our wood gathering options. Garen! Absolutely. We're not going to the mine, but is there any forage out front? I honestly haven't been paying attention. No, of course not. Why would there? Why would there be? It'll be a bit, but let's have a look around town in the meantime. You still aren't selling anything. You still aren't selling anything. How on earth do you make a living? What do you guys think? Do you think it's time we added more animals? Yeah, let's get one of each. Well, one sheep, one chicken. And then I'm gonna buy a bunch more fodder to be safe. Ah! We bought a sheep, right? Why do you only sell me one thing at a time? Okay. So that uses the same fodder as the cow, so we don't need to worry about it. I wasn't looking too hard because I was thinking, well, 1-1, and then I'd be done. Darn it. Okay, it's a little past 3. Still got a couple hours. I don't know. I want to go to the mine. That'll make it too late. Hello! Yeah, it's been forever. Harvest Moon 64, we are just finishing our year in it. I was already ahead of you on the plan. Congrats, iRock, there's a sheep named after you. Yep, I will name things after regulars first. Unless there's like a really good name for him. You go away, I don't like you. So, who's the person in the freaky mask? That was a wonderful performance. A blessing on us all. Let's give the spirits another round of applause. It was a good day and I'm going to have a good sleep. I am not your brother, go away. Have a sheep, it goes by, right? Why do you bother me? You picked me up after a very busy week. So I'm very tired at the moment. Things have been going okay otherwise, I think. You'll find this channel is looking after the surprising success of the game coming up after this one in tonight's stream. You'll find that I've decided to take the channel in a little bit of a direction shift. Which, I mean, I'm still a variety game streamer and stuff. We're just going to play to certain things a bit more. What about you? Where have you been? Away, Rippy! Looking on your channel. Nice. Same or more. That. I'm gonna be honest, iRock. I don't. Since this is the first you've talked about your channel being active, in spite the name, I know it should have been obvious. I never really realized you were doing your own content creation stuff, and I feel a little bad for not checking it out. So I'm not sure how many subs you have. Sorry about that. I'm not in the mind of thinking that other content creators watch me. It took finding out Blue Kitty was a VTuber for me to realize someone might. Yep, I will. Yeah, it was like when Blue Kitty said we should collab sometime, and I'm like, wait, you're a content creator? Though, in your case, yeah, your name really should have told me. Hey, wait a minute. This person probably does content creation. Oh! Holy crap. Well, if you like Kirby, you might have an interest in the game that we're playing after this. Tonight, I mean, not in the schedule. It's normally reserved for Champion Sundays, but Champion Sundays might be different, so we're kind of doing a hybrid. Have you heard of a game called Tribal Hunter? It is a Metroidvania platformer type game. The main character has a Kirby type power, but with a twist. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is a super classic. Yeah, this is a modern game. In an art style and everything that sets it apart is a little more retro, but it is a modern game. And it's one of those games where you look at the premise and then you go, this game has no right being as good as it is. Yep. Yep, Earthbound Mother, I know. No, they're very super duper classic. And no, people, Earthbound is not related to Heartbound. One's a fantastic game, and one is made by a hack. Trying to not go to bed exhausted so that I don't have a miss a day. Yep, the Crash Bandicoot games are on my list. I've got the trilogy and It's About Time, which I've played a tiny bit of the original trilogy, but on like the original hardware. I have not played the remake or It's About Time. And Irock, you missed us talking about a little bit that a game I should do sometime as well as Nico Dorico, which is like Crash Bandicoot. I forget what critters that you play as though. Mongoose? Are they mongooses? Mongoose? I think they're mongoose. And it's not, and it's a little different in terms of presentation, but another Crash Bandicoot-like, of all things, is, there is a Pac-Man platformer. Believe it or not. There is a Pac-Man platformer that is a clone of Crash Bandicoot. I don't think I've ever played a Scooby-Doo game. Like licensed Pac-Man? No, Pac-Man. I think it's called like Pac-Man World or something like that. I believe so. I'm gonna check that right now. Oh yeah, I'm not playing any games like Getting Over It and stuff. If I want to play a game that's properly stressful, I am playing a Souls-like. I have enough room in me for one brand of life-shortening stress type game. Steam, welcome to Steam. Pack. Man. Museum. They made a sequel? So, there is Pac-Man World, which is a Crash Bandicoot-like. It is by Bandai Namco. And there's a Pac-Man World 2, which is a Super Mario 64 Banjo-Kazooie type game. That hasn't been released yet. It's in pre-order. And it is also by Bandai Namco. What is happening? Why is there a Pac-Man Banjo-Kazooie game? I don't know what's happening. I need to get big enough that I can do this full time. There's just not enough hours in my 2 stream days that I can manage around my work. Why is there a second Pac-Man world? I think I've actually heard about that, but if I did, I forgot about it a long time ago. I would consider checking it out, though. Though right now it looks like if we're doing Mario games, it will probably be long after we finish the absolutely massive backlog of Zelda games we have to do. Oh, and we are once again taking a break in October from our regularly scheduled stuff to do a spooky game. Right now I'm thinking Vampire the Masquerade. Which I realize is going to be really jarring because I'm also going to be, I just realized that I'm going to miss a lot of September. I'll try to have a schedule for Sunday. Vampire Mansion is the sexy vampire escape game that has no right to be as good as it is. Yeah, believe it or not, Vampire the Masquerade is actually the first tabletop RPG I ever played. I only played like 2 sessions and got to do very little with it. but it is technically the first tabletop RPG I ever played. Oh, wait, no, I just saw something earlier today. Darn it. Sinking City Remastered on PC, which is supposed to be infinitely better than on Switch, is on sale. Darn it. That would be a good one, too. Apocalypse. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. No, I tried to. Oh. Let myself in. You worked until you dropped. How stupid. Here's some hot honey wine with lemon and sugar. Thank you, Karen. That's the year, though. Darn it, that's the year. We missed a day. Well, that is our year in Harvest Moon. Darn it! So I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to do Tribal Hunter for the rest of tonight. And I will decide what our new casual Friday game will be for next week. Be back shortly. Will it be another farming game? I assume you mean our next game after Harvest Moon. That was the original plan. We'll see if it sticks with that. 3D GTA games. Haven't played yet. GTA and GTA 2. Chinatown Wars in Advance. GTA 11. How many GTAs are there? No Final Fantasy, Mortal Kombat. So no Call of Duty games. Roman War. What? Holy smokes, that would have been an amazing idea! Holy crap. Of course they threw out the one original idea someone had in Call of Duty. Ah. Also, sorry about that delay. As you know, I'm kind of iffy on how I'm feeling. Well, get this. 15 GTA games, good grief. Get this. I put on, to help with how I'm feeling, I put on a set of earmuffs. Thank you. I put on a set of earmuffs that have been modified to, instead of to keep you warm, they have ice packs. So you put them in the refrigerator or freezer to cool them down, then you put them on in order to cool your ears. I had them in the freezer. I put them on, and in that break period, they had warmed up to be back to being regular, like containing my heat earmuffs. So I may actually have a fever and not have realized it. Oops. Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey 2 have not played those. I don't think I've played much of the Disney games, period. Why are you... What? This does not have sound, and I don't know why it's doing this. You're gonna find out in a second there, Ira. So I did take some time to earn coins and experience points in order to get us going. But I think it's about time. Oh, and I bought the store upgrade. As well as the 3 permanent upgrades: movement speed, digestion rate, and attack speed. Wait, why am I going over here? No, the store is called the Bloated Dragon. That doesn't make me a dragon. Began the channel on my own like you. I don't know how else I would have started the channel. I am switching Twitch before they yell at me again. But yeah, I'm, with the exception of course, Up2 and Rippy as mods, yeah. If, I'm not sure what your definition of doing it on my own is. Yeah, I've collabed with Blue Kitty. Yeah, this game's a bit different. Burn some fat to heal by sitting down. Oh right, I think I actually needed to be pretty big for this. I did. I don't know if this is going to work with air. No, and it kind of makes sense that it doesn't. But yeah, it is a Metroidvania platformer with its own idea of what Kirby mechanics are. I have never actually played Castle Crashers, which is really weird because I've played a bunch of those other types of games. Does anyone remember Toss the Turtle? I probably feel really old bringing up Toss the Turtle. But I've also played the original Henry Stickmin games. Give me more food. Who's giving Henry all the items? Who knows? True, he's an international thief. He could very well be stealing them all. Here's a big question. Who the heck lets Gadget Gabe review anything? Actually, there is a bit of a potential explanation for things, but it's also a spoiler for completing the mission. So, I don't know if people want me to say what it is or not. Give me more food! There we go. Do you know a game called Smash Bros. Melee? Yep, Super Smash Bros. Melee is a thing. It's a huge thing. Because of Super Smash Bros., Melee, Brawl, and I forget how many others. Oh, and if you host a charity tournament with them, Nintendo will sue you. You will note that they are deliberately trying to get you stuck here because you can get stuck here if you get too big. And that is an unconventional game over. I think that would probably make sense. I just don't remember them all. Of course you have to go the long way. So, you said you like Kirby powers. What do you think of this different take on the Kirby powers? But I am swallowing them. Go away. Go away. Go away. Well, I'm not swallowing the slimes, but you can't swallow the slimes. Presumably because the designer had an interest. Stop it. Right, spaces, I'm not going to be eating them all. And I'm just going to switch to using magic to help burn it faster. I'm gonna be honest, I never really had any interest in anything related to SpongeBob. Thank you kindly. Oh, there's gonna be something back there I need, isn't it? Nope, that was a complete waste of time and health. I have never played a Just Dance game. I play DDR, thank you very much. I'm not gonna like this, am I? Oh, it's you again. You've come to seek the mind's fortune, haven't you? What's it to you? Hey, work on that tone, won't you? This cave is pretty dangerous. You may want to take the right path. I don't remember if he actually wants me to, if I should be taking the right path or the left path. Sorry, DDR superiority. I like that they make you balance because your ability to heal is also your ability to cast spells. But it's obviously your fat meter, so it's like it's also tied to your size. And I should have kept some magic. These guys are weaker to magic than they are physical attacks. Oh! I should have gone the other way. No, you stay away from me. No! Ah, do I not have enough slime in me to... Darn it! Oh, I may be in trouble. Spyro is amazing. No! Stop that! I am not in good shape. I don't like that you need a set amount of slime to be able to actually spit it out. Never heard of it. Heal, please. New flight course! You leave me alone. I just have to stop chasing me! But me being angry is part of the shtick. How much of Sonic do I know? Dr. Robotnik has a cool name. You get so close to pop. Awesome first try. Thank you. Sonic had an original design before Hedgehog. Suppose that's not too surprising. Hello. Suppose Sonic the Rabbit would have been an interesting routine. Though as far as being a Speedy Boy goes, that makes sense. I have not played any Sonic games. Nope, I take it back. I played one of the original Sonic games on the original hardware because it was on a game somewhere. It was on a game console that was like just sitting somewhere while I was waiting for something else. Guild Master of the Artist Guild? Yep, that would be me, but enough about that. Look at this gorgeous color. It's simply exquisite. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. You should really get back to your guild though, they're worried sick. Suppose you're right. Just let me log this color really quick to my palette. Make a fine dye. I wish these guys gave cash. I did not. It was just a game console sitting somewhere else that I was able to use for a little bit while I waited. No, I never had any Sega systems. You made it through! Was my advice useful? You're really asking for it, you trickster. Silly plush. Really think you can beat me, don't you? Well, why don't you go ahead and try? I'll be waiting. Atari or Magnavox, Nintendo or Xbox? The first system I ever had was the 64. And it wasn't even when the 64 was new. I bought it off my cousin. You know what? I probably should have actually eaten some of the slimes for the light. Not you! Go away! Oh hey! You're venturing down here too? So am I! Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, that's right. There's something I gotta tell you. Have you met this fox with the leaf on his head? He gave me directions, but I think he got them all wrong. Or maybe he intentionally lied to me. Pretty sure he pranked you. Oh. Who are you? Don't appear to be one of the villagers. Me? I'm Kier Cryos, a sorcerer. Well, kind of more of a cryomancer, but still. A bit of a do-gooder, as my friend puts it. But you. Heard about you already when I first got here. You're the guardian for the villagers. You're the guardian for the villagers. Yep. I'm actually on my way to find what's causing the island's troubles. Oh, cool. Why don't I help you out with that then? Bestow upon you a special incantation that may protect you from projectiles. It's only minor though. Don't expect it to ever protect you against large blasts or anything. Gain Carrier's Blessing. You'll sometimes negate projectiles. Hey, thanks. Have a good night, Ira. Rest well. What is a wanderer like you doing down here? Wandering. Exploring, sightseeing, getting to meet new people, maybe even new hobbies like teasing the pigs here by jumping on them. I try my best not to hurt them, but I can't say if they're all that nice either. I was about done with the caves anyways. Might go exploring further. You know, something has me curious. Cat being curious? Ain't that true? I noticed that there are also cute slimes and some living crystals down here. I already had a fair share of slimes, but I'm curious about the crystals. Wonder if they are powered up by mana. Maybe I could take one home with me. My friend might learn a thing or two. Try not to cause too much trouble here, alright? I don't want the island exploding or something. I don't actually know where it... Oops. It tells me that I have his buff, but okay, cool. Actually, that's all I have to buy right now anyways, so might as well. Impressive! Better be able to fight or all this cave treasure will be mine. Now let's do it! Aha! Defeat Katsu for the first time. Ah! Okay, you can fight. This wasn't my best. I'll rough you up for sure next time. What a wimp. Feel much stronger though. I think my capabilities have increased. Wonder if I can upgrade more of my... After I spent all that XP. Okay, ground slam damage is increased. Empower your first attack after consuming any food. Decrease damage from pierce attacks at larger sizes. Reduce physical damage taken. Resist magic damage. Projectiles become empowered while holding and aiming for a short time. Charged projectiles will cost more resources and deal more damage. I think that's going to be our first one. Honestly, I think damage reduction would probably be good. Alright. Ooh, hello. This place has a strange way of lifting your spirits. The glow is very satisfying. Living crystals chasing you around, however, are not. Yeah, the soundtrack in this is awesome. As I keep saying, this game's premise could have made it very, very hollow. And they just decided to go all out for it instead. I really should have eaten some slams just for the light. Also, just the fact that you can eat the slams for their light, good grief. There we go. I don't have a memory of this. Yeah, this game could have been so hollow and shallow and just been like excuse to... Oh! Yay! We are probably closing in on the boss then, so... Let's just flee home for some stuff real quick. I did not mean to do that. Have. I don't think... Well, I just got them all, so I don't need the buzzer. I'm gonna get one of these. We haven't seen him flying with the new big size. I think we're going to be facing the boss, so it's like we're just going to load up on everything. No! No! Stop that. Oh! Oh boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the boss is next here. Huh. I was right! Intruder detected. What is your purpose here? Not to worry, Guardian. I am just clearing out the pig infestation from your domain. I find this highly unlikely. My spawn resonate your ill intent. Come on, I didn't take that much treasure. All those who invade the crystal domain fall to their grade. As such, he must be destroyed. The eggs in this game may be a bit broken. Mother. Car critical. Shutting down. Ooh, that's quite a magnificent looking diamond. That must be what the crocodile guy was looking for. Beach, here I come. You've obtained the ocean diamond. Well, at least it's not too far of a trek back to get to the flight statue. Crystal pulses. Do you challenge the island's power? Gotta remember that I can vacuum up the coins as well. I would enjoy flying a whole lot more if I was flying on him. I don't remember how many of these I bought that I can store. Okay. Well, one of them. for a game with these themes, it's a little light on character designs that I actually like. Well, you know what I mean. All the characters look good. That's, yeah, anyways. Actually, wait, no, we want to do something before we go do this. I'm gonna go do. We want to go a different way to get to what we want to do first. There we are. Yes, it's like the character designs in this are neat and unique, and I know that a lot of them are also Kickstarter backers and stuff. Himbo Bird's kinda on the short list for this game, at least so far. Honest, Melon Soda just kind of feels like a good idea. Speed, reduce damage, traps and hazards, punching speed. I honestly think that's just the good one to pick. Just having a quick look at the cast. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna stick by what I said for now. Yeah, I knew that was coming and I thought you'd like it. Darn it, I can't believe that shark just won't join the contest. She has such potential. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to myself. Hi, I'm Sugar. Who is Snuggleable? And you are? I'm Munch, the guardian of the village of the south. I come to that village every year to watch the annual bountiful harvest eating contest. Fortunately, the person who normally hosts the contest isn't around this year due to the chaotic events that seem to be happening. Offered to host in their place. I'm out in this field talent scouting. Interesting, first I've heard of it. Well, with all the danger though, I'm surprised the village is letting an outsider host their events. I may not be from this island, but I can be very persuasive. And I'd hate for the contest to be cancelled over a silly little crisis. Speaking of which, do you want to enter? My talent scout didn't nab the contestant I wanted, but I do have an open slot. Sure, sounds like fun. Great. I'll head back to the village shortly and begin the preparations. Meet me there when you get the chance. actually, hold on. No! Darn it! Gotta remember to try that. Gosh darn those pirates ruining my vacation. Hey there! Oh hey lizard. You don't look like a pirate. Nope. Trying to scare them off the coast. Ah, I see. Well, hopefully you accomplish that soon. You seem to be pretty relaxed in such a contested area. I came here for my annual vacation. I'm going to enjoy it, pirates or not. I could do without the non-stop cannons firing though. Hopefully they run out soon, but I doubt it. There must be safer locations to tan though. This is the perfect spot to soak in the rays. You just have to deal with the hand you're dealt. Besides, there is way safer. Here is way safer still, but better than the area up ahead. It looks and sounds like target practice with all the cannon fodder. I guess I should be cautious. Thanks for the tip. Also, I just remembered what they're calling him a lizard. Yeah, he's a gecko, not a dragon. Come on, do something other than the bubbles. I know you have another attack. I know you have another attack. Fine. And that's him after we feed him an egg. Hello. Goes well. Hope tonight finds you well. Arrgh, outsider! These stands be off limits! Spin those scales around and leave before I stick you. Ah, you don't look like so tough. You a walking knitting needle. You be asking for an early grave then. Maybe. I make no promises for answering questions. Unless you redeem a card that says to answer questions. Then I will answer unless it's a really inappropriate thing. Yeah, this is a great place to gather coins. I think the flight school is still more efficient, but here at least you're getting coins and experience points. Now, where'd the other guy go? Yep, we're back at our max. I should probably lay off a little bit. I say then I immediately take a ton of damage and use a lot of my power. Uh-oh. Think I should have been small for this fight, if I remember it correctly. Great, more pirates standing in my way. Interesting. It appears to be the infamous Spirit Plushie has arrived. Sure have made a name for yourself in such a short amount of time. And you already know that I'll be able to pummel my way right past you. Oh, not this time. There will be no pummeling. Instead, let this contest of appetite. You will be able to deflect the caloric onslaught of my cannon. We will become a living pillow to add to my collection. Let's find out. Two likes. My pillow now. How does it feel to taste your own medicine? Well, actually, it isn't that bad. Basically a giant lazy pillow. Oh, well, life comes at you fast. Now, in fact, it comes at you pretty slow at this size. Excuse me, I have a captain to meet. Sure, whatever. I was suddenly very concerned because it's like, oh, wait a minute. I think this is that fight. There we go. Need a bit more fuel. There's an intruder wandering our beaches. Seems like a dangerous one. Arrgh, quite the puncher. Nothing some explosions can't fix. Yeah, they sure look menacing. Come on, you fools! Don't even notice him standing right there! Yeah, a little too cartoony, but yeah, not bad. Sneaky landwalker. Must be that Lord Darkdread I've been hearing murmurs about. I'd like to speak with you. No thanks. I'm quite busy. Hey, Captain, squash this insect for me, would you? What? Back here, even his armor jiggles. It does fit the game style. Thank you kindly. It's not improving any, but as we established, when it's done, when I get my next size, it will improve. Hey, mind your own business. I'm here to eat, not brawl. Oh, hey, customer that isn't a pirate. It's been a while since I've had one of those. Does that mean you aren't a pirate? What? You thought all landwalker fish were pirates? Well, so far every fish I've met has been a pirate. Fair point. Nope, I'm Indigo Jack, proprietor of this food stall. Been making it work with my family recipes for years. It used to be a prime spot for visitors and natives alike. At least until the pirates showed up. I could see how they would be bad for business. You think, however. You learn to deal with the cards you've been given. It's something I'm good at. When you're one of the only operating chefs on the island, you tend to have your market no matter what. These thugs have overflowing pockets and almost nowhere to spend it. They leave me be because I'm the only luxury they'll ever have here. Tasty food cooked to perfection or raw piles of carrots. What do you think they choose? Making the pirates comfortable is hurting the island as a whole, you know. Look, man, I don't approve of what they do, but I'm just one shark. Scrawny one at that. I'm a cook, not a fighter. I have to look out for myself with what I know. I must be doing something right if I can turn down the request to join their crew without repercussions. Why didn't you join them? The pirate's life is far from an entrepreneur's one. Sure, I'd be able to get close to Captain Kosha, but I'd also get sloppy at my craft. Pirate standards are in the gutter. I'd never improve myself within the crew. Is Captain Kosha the leader of all the pirates here? Yeah, she runs a ragtag bunch. But Rowdy Tomboy is as strong as she is beautiful. I would advise against getting on her bad side. Anyways, enough of all that heavy talk. Sure you want a bite to eat, yeah? So, we've got Lucky Lemonade for more gold. Whole cut french fries. For half the fullness cost of all spells. That's... yeah, if you're doing spell stuff, that's really good. Increases power of all spells. Increases ground pound damage. Increases punch damage. Yeah, I have the heal right now. Up to has decided he likes the shark girl. I think there could be a bit of a... no. Yeah, why not? Hey, how's it going? Hi. Are you vacationing here too? Oh, me? I'm on vacation with my friend. He likes to travel a lot. It's a really nice place, aside from the noise the pirates are making. Once considered being a pirate myself. Even had a name for what my crew would be, the Button-Nose Pirates. Get it? Because of my button nose. Now, so far the pirates on the beach are not that kind. I know. People say I'm too nice to be a pirate. But to that I say, who said all pirates have to be bad? I guess some pirates can be nice. Hey there. Hey, what brings you to the island? Well, I'm traveling gourmand and cook. I'm going from island to island, trying all sorts of new foods. I'm learning as many recipes as I can, so that one day I can open a restaurant of my own. Exotic foods from all over the world under one roof. Island in particular has some very unique delicacies. Can't wait to try. It's nice, I want to try your food someday. Notice that you both have tags on your tails. There's some kind of plush? Ah, you noticed that. Well, to be honest, you're actually guardians from our own islands. Yep, I left my island a few years ago after helping the people who summoned me to protect it. I left it to sample the food of the world. Same goes for me, that's how I met Kichi. He was behind the counter at a fancy restaurant helping them cook. Looked kind of difficult because of that big belly of his. Being guardians ourselves, normally we would offer to help you, but then it would be more difficult for you to grow and learn as a guardian. Besides, I'm on vacation. I think I ate a bit too much. You need to stop eating so much or you'll get too big to move. Too big to move, huh? Hey, come over here, I'll tell you a secret. He talks about being too big to move. Well, want to see something funny? As you can see, he has an actual button for a nose. Because of it, he can't smell. But it has a very funny side effect. Walk over to him, boop that button nose of his, and watch what happens. Just boop that snoot. What are you doing? No, wait! Hi, Blue Kitty! Now, who's too big to move? No fair! See? I told you I have a funny side effect. Yeah, I'm about to end for tonight, Blue Kitty, but I am still streaming at the moment. I'm gonna finish with another air course! Hello, are you interested in trying the course? Oh, that was a bad idea. Hit me! Hit me! I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Hit me, hit me, hit me! Ah! And with that, I think we're done for tonight. Good grief. Ah! Thank you all for hanging out. Like I said, it sounds like Sunday there's going to be something special and different. If not, we're going to do Minish Cap and Baldur's Gate 3. So, but I'm hoping we'll have something special. And like I said, next Casual Friday we will have a new game in place of Harvest Moon. Sorry you came in right at the end there, kitty. Hope you all have a good weekend. Be safe, take care, and I will see you in the next stream and/or video.